What is cracking, guys? In this one I'm going to be setting up my new helmet for motovlogging. So this helmet here is the Bell Qualifier Deluxe helmet, and it cost me $270 online, and by no means is $270 an expensive helmet, but for the price it seems like a fairly decent quality helmet. So the helmet at the bottom has a chin strap, so what that does is reduces wind noise going inside the helmet there. So hopefully that will block a lot of wind noise from getting to that microphone which I've mounted. And this microphone which I'm running is the Purple Panda omnidirectional microphone, and I bought it off Amazon for around $50 I think. So as you can see, I've already fitted the GoPro mount to the front of the helmet, and to do that I just siliconed it in place because the front of the helmet is a curved surface, and also that GoPro mount is a curved surface as well. So there was a bit of a gap in the middle of the GoPro mount, so I just packed that out with silicone, and that isn't going to move anywhere. You can pretty much lift the whole helmet just by that mount there, so that ain't gonna come off. I'm pretty happy with that. So the next thing to do is to fit the GoPro to the front of the helmet, and the GoPro which I'm running is the GoPro 7 Black, and the case which I'm going to be using is this case that I just bought fairly cheap off Amazon. And the cool thing about this GoPro case is it's got a compartment down the bottom for the microphone adapter. So as you can see, the microphone adapter just slides in the bottom there. So what I'm going to do is just insert the GoPro into the case. And then plug the microphone into the microphone adapter, and Bob's your uncle. Or if he's had a cut and tuck, then Bob's your auntie. Anyway, before testing this helmet out, what I'm going to do is install this cheap part which I just bought off eBay. So this is a cheap headlight bezel which I'm going to whack on my Softail street bob, and I think it will look pretty cool just because it's got like a ridge or a peak at the front, so it'll give the headlight a different look. So this only cost me 38 bucks off eBay, and it's pretty decent quality. So one thing that I did have to do with this headlight bezel was just grind a couple of mil off it, just so it will clamp up tight on the headlight. But anyway, let's go whack this on the bike and then test out this helmet with the GoPro. So to take off the stock headlight bezel, all you need to do is get a screwdriver and loosen off the screw underneath. And then whack on the new one. Easy as that. So let's have a look at it. So I gotta say, I much prefer the style of this black headlight bezel than the previous chrome one. I really like that peak at the front of the headlight bezel. It just makes the light look longer, and it just gives it a unique look. I will say I probably will take this off in the future and paint it gloss black, just so it matches the back of the headlight housing a bit better than what it does. Doesn't look too bad, but if I want it perfect, I'll paint it gloss black. Anyway, let's hop on the bike, take it for a ride, and test out this new helmet. And hopefully the audio is a lot clearer than what it has been in previous videos. You gonna come for a ride too? Alrighty, so let's kick off and do a quick review of this helmet and talk some gibberish so I can see if the Purple Panda microphone is going to perform better than what I previously had. So the microphone which I was previously running was a Rode Go mic, and I ran that in two separate helmets. I had that in my Icon Air Marta helmet, and I also had it in my cheap RJ's helmet, and I noticed that there was a lot of wind noise coming through and that microphone, the audio would distort when I was talking. It was like the levels were too high or something. So here's to hoping that the Purple Panda one serves me well. Ah, and what do you know, my range is low. There wouldn't be a Gingerbeard motovlog if I didn't need fuel. Story of my life when I'm riding this thing. So first impressions with this helmet is pretty positive. It's not a noisy helmet at all. I can't hear much wind noise. You couldn't wait, you fucking wanker. So first impressions with this helmet are positive. When I hit bumps, there's no vibrations or rattles. The helmet feels pretty comfortable as well. And granted, new helmets don't always feel the best until they mold to your head. But yeah, I'm really digging this helmet so far. But the real test will be when I'm on the highway to see if there's a lot of wind noise coming through, whether the little air vents rattle when there's wind pressure on them. And just as I'm riding, I'm looking out in between the handlebars and I'm looking at that new headlight bezel, and it looks pretty tough. It looks really cool. It's crazy how something so small can be so impressive. Well, that's what my wife tells me anyway. But anyway, what I'm going to do is just go out on the highway, get up to highway speed, and see if this microphone and helmet pick up a lot of wind noise. So let's do that. So that's 100 kilometers an hour, and the helmet's not noisy at all. There's not much wind noise coming through. There's no rattling or anything like that. Yeah, for a $270 helmet, I gotta say I'm pretty stoked with how it's performing. It's comfortable, it looks good, and most importantly, it's not too noisy. But anyway, enough nerding out and talking about microphones. I guess I want to talk about what my plans are with the Softail Street Bob. And the next big mod that I want to do is put a 21-inch front wheel on there, and I really want to go with a DNA Mammoth spoke wheel, just because I think they look so good, and it'll just suit the styling of the ape hanger handlebars and the rest of the bike. And I know I'm going to sacrifice a bit of maneuverability and handling with going with a spoke wheel because they're so damn heavy. And I know that because I have one on my Softail Slim S, and god, that thing was so heavy. And it did change the handling with that bike, I'll say drastically. But I think it'll be worth it. You can say you're wrong, but I reckon it'll look the goods. And when I go with a 21-inch front wheel, I want to change out the front fender. I like those fenders that sort of wrap around the wheel, so I'll try and keep my eye out for one of them. But there's still shitloads I want to do to this bike. I want to get, with this ventilator air cleaner, you can transform it into the extreme flow ventilator air cleaner. So all you need is another cover for it, and then a different filter. So I'll probably do that in the future. I don't know why, I just can't stop fiddling with the air cleaner on this bike, but yeah, I plan on doing that as well. I also plan on getting passenger foot pegs, rider foot pegs, loads of things, still loads of things I want to do to this bike. Considering a sissy bar for when I go on those long rides to strap a bag over the sissy bar. But yeah, I'm not 100% sold on sissy bars. I don't know, I'll have to look on the internet to see if I can find one I like. But just in relation to the wind noise, it's picked up quite a fair bit just coming this way. Obviously I'm riding directly into the wind, so this will be a good test for the microphone to see if the audio is clear or whether all you can hear is wind noise. Anyway, I'm getting super low on fuel, so I'm gonna head back home because I really don't feel like filling the thing up. Why did I come this way? probably going to conk out at any minute because it's probably running on the smell of an oily rag at the moment. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.